To be honest, it was really hard to read it because it was on two frames and such. Could you just kind of run through what you're hoping happens?
Well, what I can do is screen cap it and tweet it. So if you tune in a couple of minutes, I can show you what the working text of it is. The intent of my motion that we'll debate next week, I guess, is to really bring together these housing issues and these service delivery issues in a coordinated intercity wellness strategy. And we've heard the need for that. We have so many different players, from police to Alberta Health Services to agencies, who all have a piece of this, but there isn't a coherent strategy. And I think that gap needs to be filled. I think the city can help fill it, not single-handedly, but by bringing Alberta Health Services, by bringing police, everybody together. And this is really building off what I think the police chief has been talking about for a number of years in the form of the wellness center. I think the plan has to be broader than a single building, but I do think that we probably need either a renovated existing facility or a purpose-built new facility to accommodate a number of these different services that are spread out right now. I think there have been some good conversations, I gather, between Boyle Street Community Services, the George Spady Center, and Boyle Macaulay Health Center about maybe coming together, because they all have aging facilities with challenges. Boyle Street has a renovation proposal or replacement proposal. I think the time is now to put a single strategy around that improves intercity health outcomes and reduces social disorder and reduces crime. And the key thing is for an intercity wellness strategy to work, it can't just be managing the same people the same way day in, day out, round and round and round. It has to have transition off-ramps into supportive housing and to treatment for people. And I think so we need that strategy to be crystal clear, and we need to also engage communities in the development of that strategy so people see how it will benefit them as opposed to the risks and uncertainties. Strictly speaking, the jurisdiction around controlled substances is federal. The funding for these services comes from the province, but I think the city would continue to exercise an opinion, particularly if there was an issue, if there was, again, evidence. We were persuaded by evidence in this case. If there was evidence that outcomes are deteriorating in the neighborhood as a result of these new services, we would be the first to express that opinion to the funders and to the regulators federally. So I think we'll continue to play a key role, as we often do as stewards at the local level, working with community, and that's why it's important for us to stay connected in a monitoring capacity so that we can speak up if some of the worst fears of the community do come to pass. It's my hope that they won't, but I think it's some reassurance to the community that we heard their concerns and we'll monitor and continue to be engaged on it.